Hey, Dr. Vog here. I'm with the famous, maybe infamous, Joe O. Tell everybody, what does the O stand for? Oh my goodness, you're good looking or handsome? What does the O stand for?
Yes, exactly. It's actually Occhio Grosso.
Occhio Grosso.
Yeah, so Joe O is a lot easier for most people.
All right. And tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, so I grew up in New York City and went to college, started off on Wall Street. I was a Wall Street trader for 10 years.
No, really?
Yeah, I was trading currencies, Deutschmarks and yen. Got married, had a baby, and I was like, this rat race has got to end. I was working 12, 15 hours a day.
Okay.
And commuting back and forth to the city from the suburbs. And so I started my own payroll and benefits business. And I did good with that, and I sold it eventually. And I was always, an entrepreneur, became an entrepreneur about the age of 30.
It's kind of interesting. We were talking yesterday, and I asked you, you said, if someone asked me what I did for a living, I would tell them this. What would you tell people? What do you do for a living?
I'm a professional network marketer.
I never even thought that was possible.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
To be a professional network marketer. And what does that mean?
That means you make a lot of money working from your phone and from the beach, and you make residual income.
So it's a lifestyle business.
Yep.
That gives you good residual income.
Correct. Yeah, basically what you're doing, it's a distribution model. You're basically taking something to the market, and instead of using infomercials at 2 o'clock in the morning or paying, some movie star $10 million to hold up your product, we're going back to the old days where it's just word of mouth.
Okay, so instead of commercials or billboards, a company might pay somebody like $20 million to rep their shoe, for example.
Yep.
In network marketing, the company does what instead?
It's good old-fashioned, you saw a good movie, you tell your friends, but you don't get paid for that.
Yeah.
You have your favorite restaurant, you tell your friends. Or, oh, you have, my doctor's the best, go to him, you don't get paid for that. In this business, you do get paid for your recommendations.
So it's word of mouth advertising, basically.
It is, just like it was, hundreds of years ago.
And you can build a business from that?
Yes, and especially, network marketing's been around, forever, 50, 60 years. Years ago, people used to actually get, supplies and put it in their garage, and, there was a company called Amway that people,
I've heard of
Amway.
Yeah.
And Amway basically went head to head with Procter & Gamble. Which is like,
Huge.
detergent, soap,
Yeah.
shampoo. The concept was these are things people need constantly. So you can go to the supermarket and get Tide and Ivory soap and all those things, or you can order it over here. And normally the products are a little bit higher quality and cheaper, and people make a commission because they don't have the delivery system of bringing it to the supermarkets. They're not paying for TV commercials,
Yeah.
and between the Brady Bunch, all those
So the
years.
company pays its distributors instead of paying these sports athletes or famous people.
Yeah, or TV commercials.
Or TV commercials or billboards or any sort of advertising. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what was your first network sales gig that you tried?
Well, I joined a couple of companies here and there, bought some products here and there as a courtesy to some friends. But around 2010, I got involved in energy deregulation. And that was basically, you get to choose where your energy comes from.
So this is important. So you signed up for some products and stuff with some friends, but you never really worked the business?
Correct. Yeah, someone...
Because that's a very typical story. Would you agree?
Yeah, someone's really excited. They have this new, it could be makeup, and I tell my wife, buy some makeup, or it could be, some drink or some shampoo, and some cleaning products, and they're quality products. So I said, buy some, but what happened to us anyway, it's like, all right, we're gonna get our window cleaner and our mouthwash from this company from now on because it's Mary and she's a good friend and I appreciate her, I wanna support her. And then you forget to order from her, or you ran out of mouthwash and then you're at the supermarket and there's mouthwash and it's like, on sale, 3 for 1, and it's like, and I need it today, you buy it.
Right.
And so those companies don't excite me because you got Amazon, you got Costco, and you got your local
Too much
supermarket.
competitors.
Yeah,
So, but you got excited in 2010 about energy.
Correct. Energy deregulation, which basically, in a nutshell, it's only in parts of the country, the Northeast and Texas. It's basically like if you get an iPhone, okay, you can choose AT&T, you could choose Verizon, you could choose Sprint.
Right.
So when energy was deregulated, you have your electric company, and you can choose this company, that company, that company for the supply. Based on price, based on green content. So the company I was with was a little cheaper than a utility, and it was a greener source of energy. But it was a lot of explaining. It was a lot of, people thinking my lights aren't going to work. The utilities.
So this is interesting. Like I don't think a lot of people understand that some energy companies. When you say energy, you mean like your electricity bill,
yes,
right?
and natural gas.
You can sign up for your electricity bill and natural gas, and some of those companies are MLMs. Direct.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah, what are some of those companies?
Well, the company I was with was Viridian Energy.
Viridian.
And I still get paid today for stuff I did in 2010.
Wow.
And
Ambit.
And Ambit and Stream and Zoom. There's probably dozens and dozens of them, but 3 or 4 of them are network marketing.
So some people, it's interesting because some people signed up for these energy companies and didn't realize they're network marketing companies, and on the other side of the mouth they're bashing network marketing.
Yeah. Well, I got Tupperware in my kitchen.
Yeah.
That's network marketing.
Tupperware's network marketing.
A lot of things are.
Yeah.
Pampered Chef is network marketing. Actually, Warren Buffett owns Pampered Chef.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. So there's a lot of legitimacy to
of course.
network marketing companies, right?
Well, if you're an owner, it's like, again, instead of spending $5 million on a TV commercial campaign and hoping people buy your product, this is pay to play. They get in and you pay them if they deliver.
Herbalife or some big ones.
Yep, Shaklee, Usana, they've been around for decades.
Right.
Melaleuca,
So nothing new.
30 years.
So you signed up for this energy one, it took off. Do you mind sharing with us some numbers? How much were you making?
Sure. So we started off.
No, like you can't guarantee results, obviously.
No, well, these are true numbers from a.
They're true for
company.
you.
Yeah, exactly. It did happen. So I was one of the first people in the industry, network marketing history, from what they tell me, to make a 6-figure monthly residual income.
6 figures
in less than a year.
In less than a year.
Yes, I created that in less than a year. So
Holy
my
smokes.
9th or 10th month, I was making over $100,000 a month.
What?
Yep.
$100,000 a month within your first 9 to 10 months.
Yeah, and then that doubled. And then
that's more than most people make in a year. The average American makes $52,000 a year.
I know.
52,000. So you doubled it monthly.
Yep. And
that's crazy.
And I don't think we do a good enough job of explaining residual income.
Okay.
I mean, because you can, we all know people who make big money.
Before we go into residual, I want to ask you this question. Because some people watching this are going, oh my gosh, $100,000 a month. They can't even fathom that number. So their automatic default is to say this: there must be something shady about it. There must be something sneaky. Is there something sneaky? Are you doing something illegal?
No, I just got really good at it. I became a student. I went after it like I go after most things. I just wanted to be the best.
So I like tactics, right? I like specific details. So if someone's interested in starting or joining any MLM, when you say I got after it, what did you do? You woke up at what time? You did what? What did you do?
Great question. So basically, I tell people when I coach them, it's like, go back to a time when you really wanted to do something, like whether it was get an A on that paper in college, or was ask out that pretty girl, or lose that 10 pounds, for that wedding. When you have to get a little obsessed with it, and I mean obsessed in a good way, obsessed in a fun way, where you're binge watching, not the Kardashians, you're binge watching how to get better at network marketing. Okay. And right now, it's all this stuff. There's books to read. A lot of it's self-development. Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, and Eric Worre, and so I was constantly reading how to get better at this. So
you learned sales.
Yeah, sales, really network marketing specific sales. Because there were people making millions of dollars.
So after watching the videos, then what did you do? What did you actually go do?
I did, basically you write a list. You write a list of all the people you know. And some people, I don't know that many people. You don't know how many people you know until you actually write it down. What I did was, grammar school, high school, and college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my first job, my second job, my third job.
Yeah.
If you have kids, their parents, their friends' parents, the Little League coaches and all that. Your local vendors, your dry cleaners, and everybody that fixes your car, your neighbors, and you can find out. You feel like who's a go-getter, who drives a nice car.
Now, some people listening to you are going to be like, grammar school, middle school, high school, college. What the hell? That sounds like hard work, Joe. What's your response to someone who says that sounds like that's too much work?
It beats going to work and having a boss. It beats. I was a business owner for years, having employees. That's trouble. Workers' compensation, payroll,
lawsuits,
human resources. Yeah, she said something off color. I'm offended. I quit. Here's my lawyer. you know, and you get paid last when you're a business owner. Sure. You know, with this business, it's kind of like you own your own little micro franchise, right? So everyone's comfortable with the concept of a franchise. Where I live in New Jersey, a Dunkin' Donuts, if you can get one, is $500,000.
Wow!
Just for the franchise rights. Then you got to rent a spot, you know, and then you got to have employees. Then you got to wake up at 5 a.m. to make the donuts.
Yeah.
Right, and you're not guaranteed to make any money.
Yeah.
So this is a little online micro franchise, turnkey. And if you tell me I got to write a list and I got to start texting people, I mean,
for $100,000 a month.
Yeah, or the potential. Now, of course, you know, not everyone makes it, but some people make a couple $100 a month.
Even
so people have
$500
small
a month, or $1,000 a month.
Some people
extra on the side.
Yeah, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm going to work on my car
I could do
payment.
that.
I want to pay off my car. $500 a month is my car payment. That's my first goal. And $0 to $500 a month is the hard part. 500. You want to put a comma in there. 500 to 5,000 becomes real, because you're talking to people now and they go, you're making 5,000 a month, and like, she's no better than I am.
Yeah, this is good. I like this. So some people stumble on their MLMs because they think like it's so much work, and you broke it down and say, hey, just set a realistic little small goal and then add a comma to it.
And the opposite too, Doc, is that some people think it's easy. If I don't catch lightning in a bottle in the first 3 weeks, I'm going to quit. Right.
Okay.
A lot of people say, I'm going to speak to these 3 or 4 people. Oh, he would be great. She would be great. They say, no, it's not for me, because my mom just passed and I'm just not in the mood to listen to something. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to quit.
So here's the next question then. What do you do after you burn through your list? Like, Joe, I've called everybody. I've pissed off all my family and friends. They don't want to hear about my obsession and this great product or this lower energy or whatever. What do you do after that, man?
Well, first of all, no one should get pissed off. I mean, basically, there's an elegant way, and again, this is part of the training. Hey, Doc, I started a new business. I'd like to get your opinion. You know, am I crazy, or is this something special? You know, do you think this has legs? I just went to a meeting last night, or was on a webinar last night, and it sounds really interesting. Would you do me a favor? Can you watch a 3-minute video?
So 80% of the people are going to say, Joe, that just sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Well, not at that point yet. I mean, it could be that, you know.
Yeah, what if what's your response if someone says
I'm like, well, what do you mean, what's a pyramid? Like,
you know, it's one of these get-rich schemes, a Ponzi scheme. You're selling, and I'm just not good at selling, and I just don't think it's reliable. Like, well, what's your response to someone who says
honestly, now, I just move on to the next guy.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's being a jerk. But when they say a pyramid, like the hospital you work at, like, you know, where you have the president, and then you have the vice presidents, and all, you know, and you have the interns, and you have the nurses, and you have the,
that looks like a pyramid.
That's it. You know, think of like a Fortune 500 company, right? Let's just take Apple. Yeah, all right. And they hire all these MBAs, right, and all these technology geniuses from all these great schools. What are the odds that one of them is going to be the CEO someday? It's like 0. Merrill Lynch hires, you know, hundreds, if not 1,000 MBAs every year. What are the odds they're going to go all the way to the top and be the CEO? That's a pyramid. This, I've always made more money than the guy who signed me up. Wow. Always, because I'm better at it and I work harder.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So if you have a 9-to-5 job, your job is a pyramid.
Yeah, and it's just a silly thing. People say it out of ignorance. It's like, it's a defense mechanism pyramid. Like, if you ask them what a pyramid is, they don't know.
Okay. So give us your best tip for someone who wants to have a breakthrough. So you mentioned the $500, add the comma, make it 5,000. What's your best tip for someone who goes from 500 to 5,000? What do they need to do?
They need to work on themselves. In the end, yes. In the end, you're going to be a magnet that people want to work with. You know, some of the people, unfortunately, I get that. You know, Joe, everybody said no, and I could just tell their posture, the way they are.
Yeah. They're defeated, right?
They're defeated. They haven't been working on themselves the last 10 years. So now is the time to get a little bit of a crash course. It's a personal development program wrapped in a business.
Okay, so let's get back to tactics again. You want people to work on themselves. What is the top 3 resources that they need to do? Who do they need to read, listen to?
Okay, I would, you know, just devour, you know, Think and Grow Rich, all the standards. You know, if you haven't, you know, I read that book. Really? How many times?
Yeah.
Right? That should be at your bedside. You know, so it takes...
It's actually kind of hard to understand Think and Grow Rich.
It is. That's why you got to read it more. It's like the Bible. The Bible's hard to understand. People read it every day. You know, and then that's got to be your business Bible, if you will. And you just keep constantly work on yourself, and you'll get results. You know, a lot of people in network marketing said, I've had people tell me, listen, I've been doing network marketing for 20 years. I've never really made big money, you know, enough to pay a car payment or 2. but I'm a better father. I'm better at my other job,
right.
because you learn all these skills on how to be a better person along the way.
Right. But they don't take the time to learn the skills to be better at this.
Correct. Because, you know, when you have a boss, I mean, you got to get that job done by 5 o'clock or you're going to get fired and you can't pay your rent.
Right.
When you're your own boss,
yep.
and that's easy to say.
I'm not going to let you get away with not answering the question. So 3 things. You had Think and Grow Rich. What else?
Think and Grow Rich. Anything by Tony Robbins.
So Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. There's unlimited YouTube. It's free. You could just go on YouTube.
So they don't have to pay $700,000 to go see
No,
Tony
you can
Robbins
and
live.
you should, but if you want to tiptoe in,
yep.
there's hours and hours of free Tony
on
Robbins
YouTube.
clips.
So we have Tony Robbins on YouTube. What else? What's your last one?
And if you want to do network marketing specific, Eric Worre. W-O-R-R-E.
Eric
He's
Worre.
like the Tony Robbins of network marketing.
Interesting.
And,
so those
yeah.
are some big hitters.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And it's all free training. Another thing also, Doc, is that when you join network marketing, you're starting your own business for the cost of like round trip airfare or an expensive dinner. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Date with Dr. V.
Yeah, exactly. And where do you get built-in world-class consultants for free?
Oh,
because if you
we didn't ever even talked about
yeah,
that.
like if you're on my team, which you are, I'm at your disposal. I know exactly what to do,
Mentorship.
and I can give you free advice versus hiring a Big Four accounting firm and coming here for $500 an hour. No, I work for you.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So you have free mentorship too.
Absolutely.
And that's a great way to build your personal development, yes?
Correct. And I tell people, the people who work hard in this business will make some good money. You really want to make money in network marketing, become a mentor.
Right.
That should be your goal.
So your energy business you did in 2010 afforded you this sort of lifestyle? We're in your beach house, your summer home, 7 bedrooms?
Yep.
7 bedrooms on the beach, beachfront. And it's amazing, beautiful, lovely house. And it was that business that afforded
yes.
most of this for you?
And some other toys, yes.
But some other toys.
But it's funny. I say, like, I have next door neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Multi-million-dollar homes. This guy's never here. He works on Wall Street. He's here on Friday night, and if it's a rainy weekend, it's a rainy weekend. This guy over here happens to be a doctor, and he's never here.
Yeah.
And I would not buy this house if I couldn't work from home. I want to live here. And when you get residual income, when you get a taste of residual income, I always use the example of Seinfeld, the Seinfeld show, right? They still for 9 years, they worked, they created something, they had a great time, but they added value to people's lives. They made us laugh. So they get paid every night. That's awesome. That's the kind of business you want to be in.
That's a really good point that you just made, which is this. There's no point in having all of these toys, these materialistic things, fancy stuff, because a lot of people say that. Money's not everything, Dr. V. There's no point of having these toys if you can't use them or enjoy them.
Correct. And it's residual income. It's just, I know how much money I'm going to make next week. And it's probably going to be more than the week before.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's hard to go back to a job.
So tell us, Joe, what are you working on right now? What opportunities are available for an average, for an average Joe?
Human growth hormone.
Really?
HGH gel, yes.
Like the testosterone stuff, like big bodybuilders?
No, this is more of the, how does Jane Fonda still look so good at 80? How does Jennifer Lopez, dance for 3 hours at a concert? HGH is basically the luxury drug of the rich and famous because it's a couple of $1,000s a month. It's injections. But Hollywood movie stars, and it's their job to look good and to look young. And then you get some, wealthy individuals. They go to their doctor. The insurance doesn't cover it, and it's kind of a vanity drug, but it does help with aches and pains. And women get, the wrinkles, the hair gets thicker, the nails grow faster. It's HGH is what you have in your 20s, and then it starts to die down.
Oh, okay.
It's the reason why an athlete, is not as valuable at age 35 as they are at 25. It's literally because the HGH.
One of the major reasons, anyway.
Yeah.
So what's the product?
It's called Somaderm. Somatropin that goes through your dermis. It's the skin. It's not injections. It's an over-the-counter homeopathic HGH gel.
And it's set up as direct sales, network marketing, like we've been talking about?
Correct, which is very smart. Because if you put Somaderm gel on TV at 2 o'clock in the morning, people are going, it's just another, snake oil thing. It takes a little, connection. It takes someone you trust say, oh my God, I went to this meeting last night and people have these amazing benefits from it. I can't wait to try it. Do you want to try it with me? Do you want to start this business with me? What's neat about it too, on a scale of 1 to 10, Doc, it was like, when I researched it, it was like a 9.5. Why? Because it's registered with the FDA.
Okay.
It's been around selling locally in San Francisco for over 7 years with a 93% retention rate.
Wow, so it works.
Yes,
People like it.
love it. And it's this guy, Alex Goldstein. He's selling it out of his GNC, his own GNC, his own vitamin shop. He makes over 600 different products. He makes his own protein powder and all that. But this was his baby. And he got it registered with the FDA. He was selling a couple of thousand bottles a month here and there, you know, making some nice margin. And eventually he said, you know what, we should take this national.
Okay.
And being in the health...
So he's made it available nationally now?
Through network marketing.
So what's the opportunity for someone watching this video?
Well, basically, at this point in the summer of 2018, there's only 30,000 people in the country that even know about it.
Wow.
Right? I believe, knowing what I know about numbers in network marketing and the exponential growth, I believe we're going to have 1 million customers in the next 6 to 18 months.
So it's an early product. Then.
It's actually
unlike Amway or Mary Kay or Tupperware.
Yes.
You're not millions of people. You're only 30,000 into it.
Correct. And
so
there's no
early
competition.
entry.
Yeah, no competition.
Okay.
No one says, oh, I have a different HGH gel over here.
But a lot of people have different protein shakes and supplements and
yeah, snack bars go. I have 1 extra gram of protein. My snack bar only has 2 carbs. I don't
But
want to
this,
get
there's no competitors.
There's no competitors. And
All right.
HGH has been around for 30 years. I mean,
The synthetic form.
Yeah. Well, this is a very low dose of the actual stuff that doctors administer.
Yeah. That's cool. So if someone wanted to learn more or sign up, what would they have to do?
Just go online.
I'll put a link on the bottom of this video.
It's a club basically. You can Google it, and it'll, you know, the company if you get the head office of the company, they'll say who got you here. Type in your zip code. Type in, because they don't want to you know, derail us. We're working out there really hard. You can't buy it direct from the company. It's kind of like a country club. You got to be sponsored, or you got to get it from somebody. Kind of like, you know, if you want to buy a mutual fund, you know, you got to go. You can't just buy one from your friend. You got to actually go to somebody who's registered.
So I know you can't make financial claims or promises, but if someone got into this business right now, because, you know, I'm really big about helping people to break free, start over, be more, and part of that is having more money. Because money gives you options and freedom. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Right? So people sit there and say, well, but Dr. V, money doesn't make you happy. Well, it might not make you happy, but everybody wants to find out for themselves, right?
Yeah.
And they say, well, you know, money can't buy you happiness. And I always respond by saying, well, shit, broke don't buy nothing else. Broke won't buy anything else, right? So given the choice, I'd rather have money. So what are some financial possibilities with this product?
Well, we already have people making $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a week.
Already?
A week from their phone. I mean, again, no one's telling you to quit your job. No one's telling you to come up with $500,000 for Dunkin' Donuts. No one's telling you that you have to do anything. But in this day and age, in 2018, with Facebook and Instagram and your phone, there's no reason why you can't just show some videos. So basically, I get people say, you're telling me, Joe, that if I show this 3-minute video to a couple hundred people in the next month or 2, I may never have to work another day in my life? And the answer is, there's a possibility.
That's a pretty bold promise, brother.
Yes, and it's happened to me. And you know, my son, when he was 12 years old, like your daughter is now, I'm always home. I'm in my pajamas. I go to the gym. I don't shave for 3 days.
He probably thinks that's how every dad works.
Yeah, and everybody else, dad's 5 o'clock in the morning on the train, you know, and he said to me, Daddy, like, what do you actually do for a living? Like, all the other dads are like, you know, coming home at 7 o'clock at night, you know, all in a suit. And I go, well, I actually do what you do, Frankie. I watch videos and share them with my friends.
Oh, funny.
That's what I do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Mr. Joe, it's been great. How can people get connected with you? What's your best medium? Do you like Facebook?
If you just type, well, I have a book.
Oh, there you go.
Is that coming backwards?
No, that's good.
Okay.
I'll hold it for you. Go ahead.
It's on Amazon. That's how you spell my name. You could just Google me. I'm on Wikipedia. I'm all over YouTube. I live in New Jersey. I have a couple of homes in Jersey. Cool. And just reach out. I'm willing to help anybody. One thing you learn too, it's about abundance. I only get paid, you only get paid, we only get paid in network marketing when they get paid. So if they get paid, we get a little piece of it. So my goal is to help you make as much money as you want.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like a mentor to me.
Exactly.
It sounds like a free consultant.
Yep, a free consultant,
That's
definitely.
Pretty awesome. You got one of the best in business here. All right, thank you guys for watching. Share the video. Make sure you hit the like button and the notification bell so that you can make sure you get notified whenever I come on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, wherever you're watching this. We'll see you next time.